See there.
Phone connect आगे पागल
Can they see you or not? I don't
know. Yes, Swami. Yeah.
Okay, they can see you. Okay.
I can hear you. I can see you.
Okay.
None of that much.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our next series. I'm hoping everyone can see me right now.
Yes, Swami, Namaskaram. We can see you and you're clear.
Yendas. So thank you everyone for participating in last week's program. And quite a few of us had participated, and it was a very nice program. So we continue, Sri Vedanta Sabha continues with our series. I would like to call it summer series, but it's a year-long series. And this time around, we have Sri A.S. Rajagopala Swami, who is with us today. And ASR, as we all know him, is not new to Dallas or to the US. He's been here in the US for more than 4 decades. And he has done many upanyasams. He was here in Dallas a couple of years ago. And he also runs the lots of WhatsApp group. He does many upanyasams, and he also coaches and gives many classes to many children. And his forte is to talk our language, so to speak, meaning that being in the US for so long, he knows how we are, and so he understands, and so he gives us upanyasams and discourses based on how we are also out here. And that resonates very well, not only with us, even with our children. And last time when he was here, there were many children who were very interested in his discourses as well. Sri ASR Swami is also is a sponsor for Prapati.com, and he was one of the original founders along with Sri Sundar Swami. This particular series, we call it Apoorva Rahasiyangal, and it is based on Sri Ramayana. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a series of topics on this particular, on our Ithiyas, Sri Ramayana. And what the first one is on communication skills. And this communication skills discourse, because it's only 45 minutes and followed by question and answers, may go on to the next lecture as well, next session as well. We have not yet decided the cadence of the series, but we are hoping it'll be once every 2 weeks or once every 3 weeks, because many of us have been have got other things to do as well, and we want everyone to focus on Sri ASR's discourses. So we'll find a right time, and maybe what will happen is at the end, Sri ASR Swami will also talk a little bit about what he's planning in terms of the entire series as such. So we'll start with communication skills, and then that may be followed by conflict management skills, maybe followed by leadership skills, all based on learnings from Sri Ramayana. So without much further ado, I would like to welcome Sri ASR Swami. Swami, உங்களுக்கு எப்போ முடிஞ்சதோ அப்போ நீங்க ஆரம்பிச்சிடலாம். அடியேன். I'll unmute.
Isyaabhadbhaktajanatihantagupiduttamanyeshabhicharyathurnam stambhe vadharasthamananyalabhyam lakshmirsummam sharanam prabhatye Srimade Sri Lakshmirsimha Parabrahmane namaha Asmat Gurubhyo namaha Asmat Sarvagurubhyo namaha Asmat Paramagurubhyo namaha Srimade Sri Adivan Chadago Vedendra Mahadeshigaya namaha Srimade Sivan Chadago Sri Vedanta Desirendra Mahadeshigaya namaha Srimade Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Divya Padaga Sevaka Sivan Chadago Sri Narayana Edendra Mahadeshigaya namaha Srimade Sivan Chadago Sri Ranganatha Yadindra Mahadeshigaya Namaha. Yo Nityamachyuda Padhambuja Yugma Rugma Vyamo Gadastaditarani Trunaya Mini Asmad Gurur Bhagavadosi Dayika Sindho Ramanujasya Charanau Sharanam Prabhati Mada Pida Yuvadayastanaya Vibhudihi Sarvam Yadeva Niyamena Madan Payanam Adyasya na Kulapadir Vagudha Biramam Srimad-Dadangri Yugalam Pranamami Murdhana Budam Sharasya Magadhakwaya Bhattanadam Sri Bhaktishara Kulashegara Yogi Vahan Bhaktangri Renu Paragala Yadindra Mishran Srimad Parangusha Munim Pranadosmi Nityam Kojantam Rama Ramedi Madhuram Madhuraksharam Arukya Kavida Shagam Vande Valmiki Kogilam Valmiki Munisimmasya Kavida Vanacharinaha Srinvan Rama Kadanadam Konayadi Param Gadim Manojabam Marudadulyaveam Jidendriyam Buddhimadam Varishtam Vadatmajam Vanarayuda Mukhyam Sri Ramadudam Shirasa Namami Sri Raghavam Dasaradatmajam Apremeyam Sida Padin Raghukulan Vayaratna Devam Ajanubagum Aravinda Danaya Daksham Ramam Nishachara Vinashagaram Namami Vaidehi Sagidam Suratru Madale Haime Maha Mandabe Madhye Pushpagamasane Manimaye Virasane Sustidam Agre Vajayadi Prabhanjana Sude Tatvam Munibhya Param Vyakyandam Bharadha Bhihi Parivradam Ramam Bhaje Syamalam Abadam Abhartaram Dadaram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Sri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Sagrityeva Prabhannaya Tavasmi Dichayachade Abhayam Sarvabhudebhyo Dadami Edatpradam Mama Karpa Rama Virane Yallal Matrum Karparo Purpa Mudala Pullerumbadi Ondindriye Narpala Yodhil Varum Shara Sharam Mutravam Narpalu Kuitanan Nan Mugarat Petranatule Nanmayum Silvamum Nalum Nalgume Timayum Pavamum Sidenditeyume Janmamum Maranamum Yinditirume Immaye Rama Yendra Irandi எழுத்தினாலே Ulagam Yavayum Tamulavakalum Nilaiberittalum Nikkalum Ningala Alagila Vilayatudayar Abartalevar Annavarke Sharanam Nangale Anjile Ondru Petran Anjile Ondrai Tavi Anjile Ondaraga Ariyarkaga Yegi Anjile Ondru Petra Ananga Kanda Ayalar Uril Anjile Ondru Vaitan Avan Nammai Alittu Kaappan Sriman Venkatanatharya Kavidaki Kesari Vedantacharya Varyomi Sannidattam Sadakriti Jayatya Srida Santrasa Duhanta Vidbham Sanodayaha Prabhavan Sidaya Devya Paramam Yoma Bhaskaraha. Studians Bhagyam Adian is very happy to be connected with the Vedanta Sabha USA from Dallas. Once again, very happy to connect with all the Uttama Bhagavadans from Dallas and also other parts of the country. Adian had the Bhagyam to share and discuss about Ramayana 3 or 4 years back. Physically, the conditions are different now, so we are doing through the Zoom. And it's a great opportunity to continue the lecture series. The title is Apoorva Rahasiyangal in Ramayana. If you tell it in English, hidden treasures in Srimad Ramayana. Specifically, what we're going to do today, we're going to bring the management strategies in Srimad Ramayana. We will continue on this one lectures for a few more weeks, few more lectures on this one. We can figure it out as we go along, maybe 8 or 10 or whatever it is. Today, we will start in the management strategies, subtopic communication skills. Will be an introduction. We have to make some preliminary things and beginning. So it will be a little slow initially to get into that one. But we need the foundation of that one. That's what we're going to be talking today. First, we have to do Acharya Thaniyan, Acharya glories, Guru Bandhanam. In our Sampradayam, it's always the Acharya first. We would see from the first sloka of Ramayana itself. Acharya is always the first one. We have recited the Ahobila Madam Thaniyans because Adiyan belonged to the Ahobila Madam. And we have recited common Thaniyans about Alvars and Bhagavath Ramanuja, Swami Desila. And also we recited prelude slokas from the Valmiki Ramayana, showing the gratitude to the Valmiki Maharishi and Narada Bhagavan. And there are others. There is no Thaniyans, I am not saying right now, but Adiyan is prostrating to many other Acharyas. The first one is Kanchipuram Sridhara Tatacharya. Adiyan listened a lot of them, primarily educated from him from young age. Anywhere from Tirupavai, Nachiyar Turmuri, Mukundamala, Stotratna, Ramayana, Ragasyatrasaram, Sarasaram, everything. He is an amazing Vidwan, very humble Acharya. He is the son-in-law of Uttamur Swami. Adiyan also learned a lot of them from Sri Kasturi Iyengar Swami and the Stotra Padam. Adiyan listened to the basics of Srivashyam and Srimad Ragasyatrasaram from ASR Swami. Listened to many Upanyasams, very happy to tell, from His Holiness Tirukudande Andavan. Adiyan is learning every day. We are all learning in every day. The reason why I am putting all these things, our gratitude to the Acharyas are very important. In our Sampradayam, Swadhyayam Pravachanam is a constant cycle. Adhyaya, you might have heard about. Adhyaya means basically reading, lecture, lesson, chapter, all of them synonyms. So Adhyaya. Swadhyaya means self-study. Even in Desika, when he puts a day divided into several parts, Swadhyayam is a part where you have to learn. So what you learn, you have to teach to the others, Pravachanam. It's a constant cycle. We are going to be doing all of them. In the opening sloka itself, Swadhyayam. That is the reason why we put that one. You learn. There are a lot of things we know, but there are a lot of things we don't know. When you don't know, you are a student. And the one who knows is a teacher. In the Vishnu Puranam, Parasara Maharishi is 20 years old, he is sitting. Maitreya Bhagavan, 90 years old, is prostrating. So it is not the age, it's the knowledge transfer. So we're going to see from the Taittiriya also on that. So Swadhyayam, that is what, remember that one. Next one, in our Hindu religion, two things are most popular, very widely praised, talked, lectured and everything. One is Srimad Ramayana, the second one is Bhagavad Gita. Both of them are diametrically opposite. We will find out in a moment. Every philosophy, every Acharya adopts that one, but they interpret according to their own views. Adiyan will talk from the Bhagavath Ramanuja Visittadvaita Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. Also particularly from the Desika Darsana, because that's what Adiyan know. That does not mean other philosophies are wrong. All Adiyan is saying, I don't know too much about them. This bus goes to the central station, that's all I know. How about the other bus? I don't know. My mother's cooking, I know. I enjoy, I taste, I talk. But other mothers cooking, they may be very good, but I don't have no idea about that one. Okay. So with that introduction and disclaimer, we'll come to the topic. Srimad Ramayana. Many versions of the Ramayana exist. Multiple languages it exists. We are going to deal with the Adi Kavyam, where 24,000 slokas in Sanskrit. Srimad Valmiki Bhagavan, who has done that one, Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. And here also in there, we're going to look at the Kamban's Kamba Ramayana, because there's a lot of Tamil audience. It's very nice to bring that one also. Our literature, our religious things hinges on deeply rooted in two things. Everything you divide into two. One is called Tattvam, the other one is called Anubhavam. Tattvam is basically structure, moral, code, fundamentals. It's almost like a hardware. Anubhavam is like enjoyment, pleasure, delight, flow, rhythm, music, mesmerization. That is Anubhavam. Let me give a simple analogy. You can understand that one. Let's say you have a daughter and you want to find a right boy alliance. What the father will look? The father is going to look at the boy. Where does he work? How much he is educated? How much money he is making? Can he support my daughter? That is almost like a tattoo. What the mother will look, how handsome is this boy? How kind is this one? My girl goes to his house, would she not be crying? She would be happy, like a soft side. So both of them are important. Tattvam is important. Anubhavam is important. Bhagavan, let's assume, the way how our Acharya said we're going to enjoy the Bhagavan in 4 levels. Surupa, Rupa, Guna, Vibhuti. Remember that one. Everything is based on that one. The Surubam part, Anubhavam is very hard. Unless you do the Bhakti Yogam, where you do the Dhyanam, Vedanam and everything through the Bhagavan's Atma, you're going to look. Ordinary people like us, we cannot do any of those things. So that is gone. Vibhuti, if you take that one, Bhagavan, what he owns is so huge. Even the ordinary kinds of the scientists are telling how many galaxies are there, how many stars are there, we cannot comprehend. Can we identify how much Bhagavan's Vibhuti, is wealth, is Aishwaryam? No way, we cannot. The only 2 things we have, Rupam and Gunam. Okay, so now let's go. Vedas, take. Vedas is the highest pramana. Vedas emphasize mostly tattva. What they do? Karma, karma palan. You do this yagam, you get this palan. You do this one, you get. That's a previous Purvakanda. In the Uttarakanda, when you go, we talk who is the Brahman, how to attain the Brahman and everything. That's what we talked in Sri Bhashyam and Srimad Rahasiyangal. So Vedas emphasize mostly tattvam. Very hardly you can find anything on Anubhavam. See, Vedas is not crying, mesmerized with Bhagavan. Very rarely we will find those things. But it's a very hardcore rules and structures kind of a thing. That's what it would be. Not much about Bhagavan's guna. Even Srivashyam at beginning itself, that is what Embirmanar was telling about Tirukkalyana guna asana. So Vedas does not talk about the gunam or rubam that much. Go to the other end. Alvar's Pasuram. Alvar's Pasuram dominates with the Anubhavam. But it has got the tattvams embedded inside. You see Naiga Bhava. Why? Enacting like a woman fall in love with the Bhagavan. That is what we see in the world. So they want to enact that one. Very rarely we see that one in Veda. Where is the Naiga Bhavam in Veda? Okay. So mainly Rupa and Guna, that is what we are enjoying in the Anubhavam. Okay. Tattvam part on the Veda, Rupa and Guna, and Vibhuti, everybody keeps on saying, Bhagavan we cannot estimate. Bhagavan we cannot estimate. That is what we say that one. So these 2 principles I told you, from Veda and Alvars. Now let's come to our topic. How the Tattvam and Anubhavam is handled in Srimad Ramayana. All these things we have to know before we go to management techniques. Let's take the Tattvam first. What is the Ramayana teaching you? What is the Tattvam it tells? What is the moral of the story? Lord Rama lived a perfect character, perfect life. Pitruvakya Paribalanam. He listened to the parents. Okay, rule number 1, he got it. Then he turned the entire earth upside down in search of his wife. Okay, Yegabatni Vardhan. Okay, Sita is gone. Let me find somebody else. He did not do that. Okay, and he made a friendship with Guha, Sugriva, Vibhishana. Such a high person, such a low person, voluntarily doing, Emperor beautifully describes that one as the Sausiliam. He showed that one. He always told the truth. Satya Sandhan. So those are all, Rama did not write. Rama enacted. From that we have to extract. Same thing with Sita, Lakshmana, Bharata, Vibhishana, the great Anjaneya, all of them. They display great moral characters. Ramayana does not say Tattvam 1, Tattvam 2, rule number 1, rule number 2, that is left to Krishna. That is what whole Bhagavad Gita tells. Bhagavad Gita, where is the Anubhavam? All of them say, do this, do this, do this. So after that one, we say that one, hey Krishna, did you do any of them? So Krishna says, yeah, I did in the previous Janma. Okay. So Rama acted what Krishna is going to derive that one later on, the formulas, all of them. So in Ramayana, everything is told in a story fashion. See, we have one side Vedas, the other side Alvars Pasuram, and now we are bringing Ramayana in between those two. Why Ramayana told in story? The Pramana, what we describe, Shruti, Smriti, Idihasa, Purana, Agama Sastra. That is. The Supreme Court is Shruti. Veda Vakyams are the Supreme Court. So Pramana means proof, measure, display. If you want to know how you look good, you look at the mirror. Mirror shows how you look. Similarly, Vedas tell how Bhagavan looks. As simple as that. Tattvams, as it says, rule number 1, rule number 2 is not told in the Ramayana. Bhagavad Gita talks like that one. Okay? Vede Vedde Pare Pumsi Jade Dasaradatmaje Veda Prache Dasat Asid Sakshat Ramayanatmana. Vede Vedde. When you say that one, what you need to understand through the Vedas. Krishna told everything, me, Aham. So all the time Krishna pointing to himself. What he says, Vedaisya Sarvaihi Ahameva Vidyaha. All the Vedas myself. From all the Vedas, what you understand is also myself. So Krishna says everything, him. So Veda Vedye. What do you understand from the Veda? Pare Pumsi. The Parabrahmam, Paratattvam is Sriman Narayana. Okay. One other thing before we want to tell, both in Bhagavad Gita, there is not even in Bhagavad Gita, not even a single sabdam of Narayana. In Ramayana, very rarely you would see connected to Narayana. Both of them. You have to interpret, you have to derive that one. Okay. So coming back, Pare Pumsi, Parabrahmam, Parabrahmam, Paratattvam, Sriman Narayana, what we learn from Sri Bhashya. When Bhagavan Sriman Narayana descended down from Sri Vaikuntham to Ayodhya, and as a Rama, Dasharatha, when he came down, Vedas also took the shape of the Ramayana. That is what it says. Take here, the upper level, Sri Vaikuntham, Sriman Narayana, Vedas. All the three are unreachable by many. We cannot understand Sri Vaikuntham. We cannot understand Sriman Narayana Most of the people cannot recite Vedas. Even if they recite, they don't understand. So, what we have done now, instead of Sri Vaikuntham, we put Bhulokam, earth. Instead of Sriman Narayana, we put Rama. Instead of Vedas, we put Ramayana. That is easily accessible. Everyone can hear, everyone can feel, everyone can enjoy, everyone can learn from this one. So, Sriman Narayana equals to Lord Rama, Vedas equals to Ramayana. What the Vedas emphasize, as it says here, Vede Vedye Pare Bumsi, Jade Dasaradatmaje, Veda Prachedada Asit Sakshat Ramayanatmana. Vedam equal to, not similar, not abridged, equal to Ramayana. That is what it says. If Vedas are equal to Ramayana, now let's take Ramayana. Ramayana, you should tell everything what the Vedas says. That's what we are asking. But Vedas says one by one, all the rule number 1, rule number 2. But Ramayana doesn't say that. We have to derive from that one. Okay? So, we hear the story, Ramayana, then we are asking, then what? Okay? There used to be a joke among the salespeople. What is your favorite radio station? Most of the salespeople say WIIFM. You know what is that? WIIFM? What is in it for me? That is what WIIFM. Everywhere you go, what is in it for me? So when you make a sales pitch, let's say you're going to go and sell something. When you make a sales pitch, your customer's requirements are most important. Okay? Don't go and tell my product is 4 inches tall, 9 inches wide. They don't want to hear. What is the value that is going to add to me? Called value-based selling. Okay, in my previous life, 30 years back, Adian used to be doing that, value-based selling. So you have to go and show what the value it adds to the customer. We'll talk to some more details later on. So value-based selling means not your product, but the customer has to view there is something good. I'm not telling you the Ramayana, you are the customer. You have to find, aha, I'm finding something out of this Ramayana. I'm going to use that one. It's going to help me. That is what we are looking. Okay. So likewise, listening to Ramayana, what is the value added in my life? For centuries, thousands of years, Ramayana stories being told again and again and again. So many people have written stories. So many times it is told. Many of them are short-lived. They are all gone. Still Ramayana being told. So we don't remember most of them. But why Ramayana continues to be so popular? Okay. What is the reason why Ramayana is popular when you look at that one? It is a moral story we are hearing. I know. When you are listening to the Ramayana, what is the advantage? What is the reason you are listening to that one? Let's analyze. Number 1, listening to Ramayana, entertaining. Anubhavam. Very nice story. I don't know how to spend 2 hours. So instead of going to the movie, I go to the Ramayana collection. So that is the first one. Spending the time, killing the time passing, kalakshebam. That is the first one. Second one, all the people are told, if you listen to the Ramayana, it's a punyam. Lot of credit we're going to get. Okay, we'll be blessed with the good things. Even the Palashruti says, Kudumba vrittim, dhanadhanya vrittim, sriyascha mukya sugamottamam cha, shutva shubham kavyamidam mahartam, prapnodi sarvam pubicharta siddhim. Oh, by listening to the Ramayana, you're going to get Aishwaryam, you're going to get wealth, you're going to get the corn, you're going to get the grains, you're going to get superior woman, you're going to get the happiness. Oh, I have to listen to Ramayana. Okay. The 2 things what we told is the reason why you listen to Ramayana. 1, entertainment. 2, it gives the rewards. Both of them passive. You don't do anything. All you go there, physically sit and listen. Is there anything you do? No. Let me give an analogy so you'll understand. Let's say you are very rich and you have plenty of money. You don't know what to do. So he says, I have to spend the money. So I buy a Tesla car. So buying a Tesla car is just like listening to the Ramayana for entertainment. So I got this car. Somewhere I have to spend the time. This case, somewhere he has to spend the money. So he got the Tesla car. Second one. There in the Ramayana, he is listening. He's going to get the credit. He's going to get the punya. So this guy got this Tesla car. Oh, everybody says, that guy is rich. He's got a red Tesla car, latest model and everything. So he feels some ego. So some credit, some yeses, some fame in his mind. He's getting all of them. So that is the second one. Is that all it's needed? There has to be a third reason. How practically it is useful. Okay. So when you buy the Tesla, then you are asking, there's a third benefit. If you don't use the car, keep it in the garage, spick and span, clean and polish, what is the use? The purpose of the car is to take your wife. The purpose of the car, take your kids. The purpose of the car to go for the office commuting. What is the point of keeping them? So same thing we are asking. Ramayana is not listening, Anubhavam, time spending. Ramayana is to get the punyam. What you going to do with Ramayana? That is what we are asking. Active role than the passive. How Ramayana adds value to my life. We know the Anubhavam. We get the goosebumps. When they say Ramayana, oh, so nice. Everybody is telling. That's great. But what do you do after that? So, the reason why I'm saying I want to point out a couple of things. One, Adiyan is writing in the early WhatsApp idea series. People who have read the idea, I tell about a story or incident, husband and wife, mother and son, something like that, and derive the moral out of that one and how it connects to our sampradayam. From normal things to the sampradayam. What we are doing here is ulta. You already know the sampradayam. You already know the Ramayana. I don't have to tell you. Everybody knows the Ramayana story. Okay, this is nothing new I'm going to tell. There's no punchline. Everybody knows. So, how I use the Ramayana to behave very good to my wife, to behave good to my son, to do better job in the office. It's a reverse process. How we take the spiritual part of that one, apply to the laugika. The spiritual part everybody is telling. How we dissect and do, that's what we're going to be concentrating. So, the third one, when I say active role, Bhagavath Anubhavam, goosebumps, we are getting Ramayana. But there is a message in that Bhagavath Anubhavam. Message in Bhagavath Anubhavam. That is the MBA. Not Masters in Business Administration. Okay. The MBA, people get it over there in accounting, finance, marketing. We're going to get MBA in Ramayana. What is the message in Bhagavath Anubhavam from Ramayana? Some other day we'll say, what is the MBA from Thiruvaimuri? All of them, there is a hidden message, hidden treasure, hidden ragasyam. How do we derive? Because Ramayana is telling rule number 1, rule number 2. It told you a story. When you tell your story, that's a problem. So many words are there. And how you put the words, how you interpret the words, so many meanings will come. So that is what we are interested. How to find, there's no one way. There are so many ways you can interpret. So we're going to look at that one, understand, oh, it is also possible. So we are all going to study and graduate together MBA. Message in Bhagavath Anubhavam. Our concentration is Ramayana. How Ramayana is going to help me. Active role, not a passive listening. Okay. So what I learned from Ramayana, how do I apply to myself, to my family, to relatives, to the society, and more, how do I apply in the workplace, in the business? So What we learn from Ramayana and how we adopt in our lives, that is what this lecture series is going to be. In school, when you take courses in college, there's something called academic courses. There is something called applied courses. Academic courses are the one what you did, spending the time and Anubhavam. Applied courses are the one, take that one and put it on, implement on something. So we're going to take the Ramayana and implement into your day-to-day life in various facets of life. Okay. So analyzing, parsing, dissecting, learning, teaching, implementing. Not just hear and leave, but we're going to apply that one. What can we learn from Srimad Ramayana that can help us? If you ask that one, first one is the management strategies. That is what the overall umbrella we're going to be talking. Management means what? Different levels of management. First level of management, managing yourself. Self-management, your time management, your food management, your relations management, everything. So first one is the yourself. Second one, your family, your relatives, your society. And finally, when you go to the office management, how do you manage in your workplace, your environment? That is, all of them Ramayana gives. Several places. If Ramayana would have listed, these are the 24 things you have to do, these are the 150 things, it would be easier. That is what Krishna did. And most of the people say it's so difficult, it's all just rules and rules. Enough of this, stop your sermon. That's what they are saying. So here they told in a story fashion, just like in the Upanyasam, they give the joke. People forget the Upanyasam, they remember only joke. So we forget the principles of the Ramayana, just listen and go with the Anubhavam. But we are going to look only the principle. So right now, we're going to jump in, overview of what we're going to be seeing in the next series of weeks. Okay. This is a Costco sample. Okay. It's like a teaser. First topic, communication skills. Communication skills means the best communicator, if you can look for, you can find it in Ramayana, not anywhere else. Only in Ramayana you can find. The first one, when you start, Vishwamitra. How beautifully he talks. All the defense lawyers and the prosecutors has to learn from him. Okay. How beautifully he talks on that one, Vishwamitra. Vasishtha, even higher than him. When you have to keep your mouth shut, when you have to open your mouth. Vasishtha teaches that one. Lord Rama, how he talks in all of them. Above all, the best communicator in whole Ramayana is Anjaneya. There is nobody better than Anjaneya. 8 slokas Rama tells about Anjaneya. Such a great personality. He knows exactly, measures the words and tells. Like that he tells. So these are the kinds of things we're going to be learning from them. How do you talk to the king? How do you talk to your boss? All of them Anjaneya shows. So these are the things we have to derive and we can use it, not hearing and going. That's the first one, communication skills. That will run a few classes. And then second one, negotiation skills. He made a friendship with Guha. Why? He made a friendship with Sugriva. Sugriva, what are you going to give it to me? What I'm going to give it to you. It has to be profitable for both of them. Win-win situation. We call them in business. So Rama showed her that one. And then Bharata comes. I'm not going to go back to Ayodhya without you, Rama. Forget about what our father told. Come back with me. I am going to be the king. That's what my father said. I'm giving to you. But how do you negotiate with him? Send him with your Paduka. Go there. Negotiate that one. Third, conflict. This is a Costco sample. You are going inside the Costco one by one. They give only one piece. So you cannot grab the whole thing. You have to buy them. So conflict management. Rama, hit this woman. Tadaka. Vishwamitra says, Rama thinks for a moment. What is this person is saying? Kill a girl, woman. Conflict management. How do you resolve that one? Vibhishana, coming over there. Sarvaloka Sharanyaya, Raghavaya Mahatmane. He comes over there. One side of the group is talking something, the other side is something there. Both of them are conflicting. Both of them are your counsel. How are you going to resolve? Rama shows that one. Paduka Pattabhishekam. How he says, you go on this side with Paduka, I do this way, so you will have a part of me. I also follow, Father told. How do you resolve the conflict? Sita is in the Ashokavanam. Anjaneya comes and he says, don't worry about Ravana. I can take you in a second on my shoulder. Your mind is said, aha, we will be relieved from this Asura. But is that right? Conflict. How she resolves the conflict. See, all these things Ramayana gives you. Next one. Situational analysis. Rama's a dilemma. Rama wants to go to forest. Sita says, I'll come with you. Very tough words she uses. Okay? Very tough words she uses, that one. So, how do you, the situation there, how do you handle whether you want to take Sita or not? How about Lakshmana? He says, I will come with you. Sanjeevi Mulige, Sanjeevi medicine. Who is the best person to go? When Anjaneya goes, he could not find which is the tree. He took the whole mountain. Okay? Situation, at that situation, how do you decide the correct one that is needed? How do you cross the ocean? Anjaneya was flying, Vayuputra. How everybody is going to do? So, different kinds of strategies. And then finally, they made the bridge. 3 years back, beautifully, the kids were making in the children's session, all the bridges and everything in Dallas. Fourth one. All these things, establishing strategic objectives. You cannot forget that. What is you cannot forget? One, your main goal. Listen to your parents. Despite of all of them, live like a mentor, Satyasandan. Stay with your husband, Sita says. Stay with your boss and do Sisrushai. Lakshmana says that one. What is the purpose of the avatara? Okay, so to kill the asuras. For that one, you have given the vaku. So he says, Sita, I can sacrifice you, but I cannot sacrifice my word. That is a strategic objective. You cannot forget that one. Okay. Fifth one, resource allocation. Vanaras, all of them are there. Who goes in the south? Who goes in the east? Who goes in the west? Who does what? How they communicate? All these things. All the resources you have. How do you use them properly? Bharata, you rule the Paduka. With the Paduka, you rule over there. Lakshmana, you come with me. Do all these things, Rama says. That is the resource allocation. Then, most important, we never look into that one. How to embrace the failure. There is nobody claims, I have succeeded in everything. You will face pain. You have to face tragedy. And what do you learn? How do you come out of that? That is most important. That is a great thing. In fact, if you look at Ramayana, whole Ramayana, Rama never lived happy, except for 12 years. All life is a problem for him. Whole life, when you look at that one, that is what he was. Okay. How to embrace the failure? He lost the Sita, searching for the deer, and then he made a mistake, and he asked Lakshmana to do that one. But when the property is yours, you should do that. It doesn't matter. I asked you. See, Tirukudandi Andavan, I had to tell very beautifully, he tells that one. See, in those days, they put something for drying up, maybe some of the food items and everything to drying up when they make. On the floor, sun is sitting. Hey, Kaka Varama Padika, watch that one, there is no crow coming. When they come back and saw, whole thing is gone. What happened? A dog came and ate. So you have to understand that one, what is basically they want to tell on that one. Okay. So Sita, he went for searching for the deer. It is your wife. You should take care of that. The mistake is not Lakshmana, Rama, it's yours. Rama has to understand that. And that is what we have to. Why the meeting 11 in the morning, they are asking, boss, vice president, why this is not ready now? Oh, I gave it to him now. The buck stops here. You don't give. So IBM that says, what it says, customer is always right. Okay, remember that. So when you are talking to your boss is the customer. He's always right. You cannot go with any excuse. Don't give excuse. Only losers will give excuse. You have never seen a winner give excuse. Oh, something has happened, I won. Nobody says like that. Only losers give excuse. So Rama, he has to give excuse. I asked the Lakshmana to do that. And he put the line on. Each one keeps on going. Okay. So those does not add up. And then Rama, you failed utterly with the Samudra Rajan. Open up the sea. I want to walk now. Forget about it. That's what Samudra Rajan said. Utter failure. How did he handle? Okay. So these are the things. Many places, failure will be there. Okay. And you have to tackle that. That is one. Many topics like that one. So I just, as I said, Costco sample. There are other things. These are all interrelated also. We can analyze, we can dissect, we can learn from them. So many things also there, just like that one. When you are talking about training, educating the other people, different ways of non-oral communications, all the things we can talk. Remember, basically selling is an art. Okay. Similarly, applying this principle is an art. I cannot write this one. This is how you have to do. This is how a woman does. This is how a man does. This is how the boy does that one. We cannot write. You have to figure it out. How to derive from this one? How do I apply? So we are trying to extract the rules and give it to you. Whether you sell a bar soap or a Tesla car is the same principle. Selling strategy is the same thing. Creativity is the same thing. Take Swami Deshika. Creative man. What you did? You give Sanskrit, he writes poem. You give Tamil, he writes poem. You give Prakritam, he writes poem. No problem. Creativity is the same, only the tool changes. If the guy can sell bar soap, he can sell Tesla car. Because the principles are the same. That is what we need. So you have to find out Ramayana, what it does. That's the same thing can be done in my office too, my home too, my relatives too. It's the same strategy. And that is what we are trying to derive and use them. Today, with that one, we're going to begin communication skills. First, let's start a little bit about the structure of the communication skills. Okay. So at this rate, we won't even finish communication skills in 10 weeks. But doesn't matter. Whatever part we learn, that's always has to be good. First one in the communication skills, everybody would have known. If you've gone to MBA course, you know that one. Listening. You have to listen before you talk. A good listener is a better communicator. Listen, okay? There's used to be a commercial that says, an educated consumer is our best customer. An educated consumer is our best customer. So if you keep on talking, others will shut you off. First, listen to them what they are doing, Without proper listening, you may go tangentially. They may be asking, you may be talking something else. This is what happened to Dasharatha. Vishwamitra comes for something. This guy does not understand. Oh, he's going to ask this one, he's going to ask that. Oh, anything you want, you're going to see all these slokas. Okay? So, don't promise this guy, first of all. There's no open check to anybody. Okay? So, that is the first thing we learn from Dasharatha. Don't overcommit. Don't bite more than what you can chew. All these things from Ramayana. So, you can tell when they are talking, you can summarize them. So, this is what you told. In summary, this is what you are expecting. When your boss is saying, in the performance review, you are asking next quarter, this is what you are asking me to do. Let me put. See, Adian used to be the college professor in previous life. There are some smart kids that are coming into the class and first question they ask, look, what should I do so that I get A+? Huh? So reverse. So you are going to give me the grade. What I have to do so that I will get A plus. Similarly, see, that is what we are. So we ask the boss, what should I do so that I get increment? I get promotion. So the goals has to be in sync. Okay. That is why when you communicate, you summarize that, oh, this is what you are telling me, or ask a question, different way and everything. So this is what we will see with the Vishwamitra. After Dasaratha talked, oh, Dasaratha, this is what you told. Remember, this is what you told. Remember? So he's putting all of them before he asks. And Vasishtha Bhagavan is sitting quietly, Acharya. And then everybody has done, then he's going to talk. And where he has to talk, let the other people talk. That is what he had to do. Vasishtha is doing. Patiently let others to talk. So the first one is listening. Second one is clarity. Okay. Brevity. Very important. So sometimes the lawyers are talking so much and then bang on the table. Even the judge does not understand what he was telling. That is one skill. Politicians, when you watch them, 30 minutes they talk, you don't understand what they are telling. And that doesn't work. That is the objective there. But here it doesn't work. You have to be smart, clarity, brevity. Let's take verbal communications. In the verbal communication, think you are sitting in the IRS audit. Volunteer whatever it's needed. Don't open your mouth on unnecessary things. How do we understand this one? Look at Vishwamitra. Vatsa, Rama, Danu, Pashya. How beautifully it tells 4 words. Amazingly, he puts the juxtaposition is very important. So that is how you have to talk. And Sita, amazing way. How do you make one person utterly so useless, so stupid? She looks at Rama and says, Striyam Purusha Vigraham. Tough woman. Tripudan Andan say, Ayo, Sita Salasha Onilla. You used to say that one. Striyam Purusha Vigraham. What kind of a words? So we'll look into that one. How Rama would have felt on that one when she said that one. She says, Rama, you are nothing but a female having a male body. That is what she told him. Next one. Short, precise word has got huge meaning. Iyam Sita Mama Sudha. Iyam. This Sita. Oh, what is that? Is the girl standing there in front. Why you have to say this Sita? I can see her. That Iyam has got 5,000 pages of Vyakhyan. Iyam Sita Mama Sudha. So, beautiful word they put there. So, what we understand from that? Many times when the boss says something, that's what we have to think. What does it really mean? Okay. So, in Ramayana, mostly communication skills are verbal skills. In Bhagavatam, when we go, there we go to the written communications. What is the written communication so great? Rukmani sends 7 slokas. Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara. Everybody knows that one. 7 slokas, she sends that one. Very beautiful. Written communication, the greatest is Rukmani. Nobody can write like that. But in Ramayana, we don't see. Everything is oral. That's sometime before. Okay. So, even in the written communications, a lot of things we use. Nowadays, everybody uses that one, LOL, laughing out loud, BRB, be right back, OMG, oh my God, and G2G, got to go, all those things. So those are all brevity, makes life easier. You don't want to keep on typing. Everything saves the time. So you have to convey the message with the least possible effort. That is what is needed. Okay. In the non-verbal communications, okay, in the non-verbal communication, Sita would have told something. Here it says, Sriyam Purusha Vigraham. That's what it says. Rama said, I'm not taking you. Father has asked only me to go. I'm the only one. You stay here. She would have told. How do you write that in Valmiki Ramayana? So that is not there. She would have done on the face. How do you show that one? Non-verbal communications. Okay. There are certain places non-verbal communications are there. Let me bring a couple of them. Kamba Ramayanam, in Valmiki Ramayanam, Rama and Sita does not meet. Okay. Valmiki Adikavyam before marriage. But Kamba Ramayanam it does. Annalum nokkinal, avalum nokkinal. To nokkinal, look at that, amazing. Look, abdina, not only look physically, the whole future you are looking. Annalum nokkinal, Pata Ramar. My problems are going to start from her. Avalum nokkinal. That is why you are born here. So many words you can say that one, how they write that one. Both of them are looking. Non-verbal communications. We cannot say anything without going into the Alvar's Pasuram. Mai vanna narum gunji udal pintare Tirunedundandala. Alvar very beautifully says, Kai vannam tamarai kamalam polum kannineyum arabindam adiyum agide avvannatavar nilame kandum todi avarai naam devarendru anjinomi. Beautiful Pasuram. Okay. This is the one where Parashara Bhatta takes that one and he wins the argument. So, Bhagavan, everything is lotus. His face is lotus, eyes are lotus, hands are lotus, feet is lotus, everything is lotus. When you look at that one, oh, he's a Deva. I thought of that. No. He is going to be our alliance. He is going to be our husband. That is what. So, very beautifully, Anjinomi, you never have to worry about him. The reason why you're going to get married is going to be nice to you. Very beautifully, Tirumangay Alvar says that one. Go to Kurat Alvar. When you say Alvar, we have to say Acharya. Sistavam. Tadengira paradino vidatte gilam. Bhagavan is sitting down and making all the Srishti widgets. Sitting down. When he's doing like that one, all your pavams are there in boxes and boxes of them. Which box he has to take? So he wants to take a huge one, so he gives a punishment for you. Pirati is looking at that one. No, not that one. Not opening the mouth. With kanjade, samigyain, she shows that one. Take a small one. Because of that one only, Bhagavan takes a small one. Because of that only, we do the prabhati. Because of that only, all of them are gone. So Pirati is the first one, even before Bhagavan. Who says that? Swami Desian. She's Studi. Okay. So when you look at that, there are a lot of things we can do, non-verbal communications. Everything you do, it has to be amicability and kindness. However angry you are, you have to be very pleasant. Okay. So there are some of the shows they show here. The husband and wife fighting, so much noise, throwing the vessels and everything. Somebody knocks on the door, they just open. How are you? Very nicely they talk. Whatever happens within the walls, not outside. Okay. So that amicability and kindness you need. So where do you understand? Tam trishta satruhandharam magarishinam sughabhagam babugaritta vaidegi Bhartaram Parishasvaje Thiruvaradhanam. They tell Bhartaram Parishasvaje. You told me on that day, I'm a woman. Okay, in the Purusha Vigraham. Now look at that 16,000 people single-handedly I killed. And Rama's body is full of all this, all the arrows and everything poked with all the blood and the pus and everything. Everything gone in 1 second. Why? Sita comes and hugs him. Okay. Bhartaram Parishasvaje. Okay. How beautifully she says, I said that one to tell the world how great you are. I removed it in a second for you. How beautifully she says that one. Amicability and kindness. So when somebody gets mad, especially your parent, especially your wife, especially somebody is close to you, there is a reason behind that. Don't look at the madness, and you will know probably later. Don't have a myopic view. Rama, don't get mad at that point. She's doing something there. Okay? So many of them will see. And coming back here, even in written communications also, it's not in Ramayana, but for us, so put please, thank you, however mad you are, those are the things. Don't burn the bridges. Okay? We don't know who you need. Okay? That is what happened. I'm going to take this astra, I'm going to kill, make this whole samudram evaporate. Don't do that. We need his help. He realized it. So Rama said that one. So all these kinds of things, Guha, Sugriva, Vibhishana, how do you do all of them? And another one you need, confidence. If you don't have confidence, you cannot present. Every time when you put something, you are a salesman. You are selling your idea. Even a casual talk. Oh, that is best, sir. What is he doing? He's trying to promote his view to you. Everybody is selling every single minute. Okay? So when you are selling, see what you are selling and how do you do that? Confidently you have to do. Firm, friendly, assertive way. Okay? Rama said, with one astram, I will evaporate that samudra. Hey, Rama, can you do really? Yes, I can. He has got the power. He tells that. So don't promise like Dasaratha. When you can give, then only you do. So the confidence has to be there. Look, Rama was fighting with Ravana. At that time, he says, Ravana, you look so tired. Go back home, come back tomorrow. It's a great opportunity to kill him. He doesn't have anything. He's a rogue. He did all the inauspicious thing. Okay, such a vulture. I had to kill him, he would have done. But he did not do that. When he comes tomorrow, what happens if he gets more energy now? No problem. I will definitely kill him. You have to have the confidence before you spill your words. That is what Rama did, that one. So many other aspects are there. Empathy, open-mindedness, respect, all of them. We learn from Ramayana. You go through every day in your life, all of them. So, the next one, in the communications, the medium of communication is very important. Unfortunately, we cannot talk with our office in Sanskrit. They understand only English. Ramayana is written in Sanskrit. There's a huge gap between those two. That is what we're going to take a look first in the communication there. Each language is well suited for certain things. But of course, business language is English. So we don't have much choice. We have to learn other languages to understand. And similarly, we can apply in our language. Take one example. In Sanskrit, when you are writing the poetry or when you're writing a sentence, positioning of the words is insignificant. You can put anything anywhere, not in English. Okay? So that is why the first sloka we're going to take is very important. He has done like that one. Okay? Acharya Guru Vandanam is first. That is why you cannot write that one in English. If you do like that one, it becomes a passive voice. So very nicely it's written. You have to understand why. So that is why people who listen to the Rama, the Sribhashyam, they understand. Sriman Narayanan Jagat Karanane. First adhyayam. Second adhyayam. Sriman Narayanane Jagat Karanam. And the A padat anga porthu inge porthu makes a huge difference. So the way how you talk it is very, very important. Okay. So let's give a simple example in Tamil. In Tamil, they talk, Unga appaku ni ethanavadu paiyan? Ethanayavadu payyam. Which TH word? Fourth, fifth, which? There is no which in English. Are you the fifth son or a sixth? You are asked. But in Tamil, there is something there. In Tamil, there is another one. Sarcastica, when you say, Adi ennavo, abdin Tamil is a sarcastic remark. How do you tell that in English? You cannot. See, these are certain things very specific to the language. Sanskritam you take. We study Ragasat Prasaram. Anabhyuda Prarabdha Karma. Such a small word. How do you explain that? It takes one paragraph to explain in English. Okay. So there are certain things are very rich in each particular language. And we have to use that one correctly. Okay. So dog barks. Man shouts. So similarly, certain kinds of things are very rich. You have to use that one. But we don't have much choice. We have English. That is what we're going to be using on that. Understanding other languages are going to help you. With that introduction, all we have done, we're going to land. We are coming in the all of them circling. Finally, look at the runway landing. Let's take the first sloka. In the Valmiki Ramayana, in the Balagandam, first sloka, 1-1-1. One is Balagandam, one is first Sargam, one is the first sloka. So, we're going to pick up the communication skills. Okay. We'll be alternating different things as we go along. So, Tabaswadhyaya niradam, Tabasvi vakvidambaram, Naradam paribaprecha, Valmigir munipungabam. What does this sloka say? Okay. Valmiki asked Narada. That's all it tells. So the way that everything, when you're looking at somebody, boss gives you thing, what does it tell? You have to see, there used to be a stock broker used to say, if I have to buy the stock in that company, you should be able to explain within 2 sentences. And if you want to draw a picture with a crayon, that is how you are. So, reductio ad absurdum. That is what the first thing they start in the MBA. Make it everything stupid, abstract level. Then start from there. Okay. What does it say? It says, Valmiki asked Narada. Look at that. Valmiki, that is what first comes. But that's not we want. Valmiki is a Sishyan. Narada is a Guru. Guru has to come first. But English, that's how it is. Valmiki asked Narada. What he asked, we're going to see in the future slokas. Don't worry about them. Valmiki is the subject. Asked is the verb. Narada is becoming the predicate on that side. Some adjectives are given. The beauty of the Sanskrit language, the words are freely moving. Okay? Like a free moving bond in benzene ring, they keep on moving, all of them. No restriction on the sentence formation. Position of subject, predicate, object, noun, pronoun, verb, conjunction, interjection, nothing. Anywhere you can put. With every permutation combination, people come up with different meanings. Even though the author wanted to say something, everybody is exploring that one. That's what the problem with Vedas. That's what the problem with the Ramayana and everything. Because of it lends itself to multiple interpretation. Nothing wrong. Everybody claims they are right. Okay. Tabaswadhyaya niradam. Tabaha swadhyaya niradam. Tabaha. What is that one? Deep penance. Tapas. Tapas is basically dhyanam. So you, what do you call? You think of the Bhagavan through the mind, through the heart. Austerity. Swadhyayam. We told that one. Swadhyayam is the self-study. Study of the Vedas, repetition, recitation, all of them. Swadhyayam. Studying is a very important step. It doesn't matter how old you are. You have to be studying. Learning, practicing, meditating, all these things. This is what the Rishis did in the Rama's time. Kriya Yugam, when you talk about that one, they saw Bhagavan through Dhyanam. Niradam means engaged in. Tapas and Swadhyayam, they are engaged in. They are delighted with that one. I don't need anything. This is good enough. Not like you and me go to the temples here. In Rama's period, not much temples. Only in Krishna's period, only it started coming temples. At that time, nobody needs a temple. No Archavadar. Everybody is doing dhyanam. They're doing tapas. Everybody is a good person. Okay. Some rishis are interested in doing rituals. Yaga, yagyam, homam and everything. Those are all procedures outlined in Vedas. They are very much pleased with the tapas and karma when they do the yaga, yagyam. Tapas, yaga, yagya. Remember that one. That is why Vishwamitra came. Okay. So, Bhakti Yogam, that is what they would do. Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti itself is the phalan. Why? Because you will be enjoying the Bhagavan. Darsana Samanagaram. We learned in the Sribhashyam. Kailadharavade Avichinna Smriti Sandhana Rubham. When you pour the oil without any gap, how viscous it's falling, that is how you have to think Bhagavan. Okay? That is what they are all doing. The journey itself is the reward for them. Okay? For us, Prabhati, when you do, is a few seconds. And after that, you become a Prabhannan. But for them, they have to continue to do the Bhakti until the last second they get the moksha. That is the Bhakti Yoga. Okay? So these rishis were doing all this Bhakti, all of them. So just now we said, Very Vedye Pare Bumsi Jade Dasaradatmaje. So what it means? Lord Srimad Narayana come as the Rama. Vedas took the shape of Ramayana. Who wrote Ramayana? Valmiki wrote. Who told Ramayana to him? Valmiki, when he has to write Ramayana, he has to be expert. Why? Ramayana is Vedam. So you have to be an expert in Vedam to write. So Valmiki is expert. But Valmiki has to listen to somebody. So think of that person, how expert he has to be, the master. Okay? That is Narada Bhagavan. So his Guru Narada Bhagavan, even smarter than him. So what he is doing? Tabaha Swadhyaya Niradam. Tabaswadhyaya Niradam. Who does it apply? To Acharya, not to him. That is why Sanskrit is important. Tabaswadhyaya Niradam. Who we are talking about? Narada Maharishi, the Guru. He has to tell the story to Valmiki. And Valmiki has to write. Narada is expert in tapas, penance, and Swadhyayam, self-study. Hey Narada, I understand. You are very good in all doing by yourself. How do you talk? How do you communicate? How do you tell the story to Valmiki? Okay, there are some people, very, very good scientists, but they cannot talk. Politicians, they can talk everything, they cannot do. So now we are asking Valmiki, you're going to listen to the Acharya Narada, and that Narada, how smart he is. That is the next one. Mak vidham varam. Varam. Varam means best. Varam means boon also. Mak vidham, among all those people who talk, he is the greatest. Okay? Gifted speaker, excellent orator, very good presenter. So, Narada is a master of Vedas, tapas, self-study, and is a very good speaker. Okay? He may be very good in all the internal, external, and there's the people like him. He may be great, but nobody likes him. Okay? Okay? I told Tesla. So when you look at here, the next one is Muni Pungavam. Muni Pungavam. Muni means Rishi, sage, saint, monk, seer. Okay? Pungava means basically eminent person, great person, chief, best, leader, master. Okay? So, who is this one? Naradam. Narada got 3 adjectives. What is the 3 adjectives? Tabaswatyaya Niradam, Vakvidambaram, Muni Pungavam. Brahmarishi Narada, 3 qualifications. Internally good. That means he do tapas, he do the homam, yagam, yagyam and everything. He understands Veda, he recites. Externally good. He talks very good. He is very fluent. He knows how to talk, all of them. Third one, not only internal and external, He's a likable person. Everybody likes him. Yes, he's respected. He's the leader. What else you need? Internal, external, everything. Who can write a sloga like that one? Look at that first sloga. How do you praise your Acharya? How beautifully he does Valmiki to Narada Maharishi. Okay, such a great first. And Arvind, now coming back to the Valmiki. Valmiki is a student. Student, one qualification. Acharya has got 3 qualifications, only one. Tapasvi. Now we are smart. Okay, tapas, when we said, is penance. How do you know? No. Tapas has got multiple meaning. Go into the dictionary. Tapas means rich, poor, miserable, pauper. He is a pauper in knowledge because he has to receive. Okay, that is why tapasvi. That is what is put over here. So what do you do? Paribapracha. I didn't look at the time. 1 hour, right? So may. Let me finish the Paribapracha and we'll stop at that. What did Valmiki do? Paribapracha. Pracha abdina questioning, inquiring, asking. Papracha. Papracha means more inquiry, proper inquiry, intelligent inquiry. Paribapracha. Look at the words. Paribap. Valmiki puts for himself. Paribapracha, because then only you can extract correctly from the Acharya to give it to the others. Okay. So Paribapracha, the Pari ingirdana full, circle, all nartham. Paridhi. Paridhi means circumference. Parivagam. Parivaga parambaram deshika. So Pariharam. So completely. So Pari means complete. So Paribapracha means highly intelligent, complete set of proper question to do everything. That is a question he has asked. Okay. So that is what. So now we said Valmiki inquired Narada. So we give qualifications. ABC Valmiki inquired XYZ Narada. Oh, we cannot put ABC, just only one. A Valmiki, one adjective. Inquired ABC or XYZ Narada. 3 qualifications. Student has got 1. Acharya has got 3. Okay. Acharya always have to come first. Okay. That is why Swadhyaya Niradam. When you say, so Tabaswadhyaya Niradam. Tabasvi, now don't apply to Valmiki. That doesn't go to Valmiki. Tabasvi, that is only one. That has to go to Narada. So the greatest thing is the tapas. Narada does the tapas. When you look at all our Acharya, starts with the Akaram. Antarjyoti, Amalanade Viran, everything Agara, Agila Bhavana Janmastemabam. But he started with the Thar. Okay. Why he started with the Thar? We'll see in the Gayatri Mantra. So that's the reason for that. So we'll start this one. How beautifully when you write something, sloka, we're going to be reading, how beautifully structured and everything. So when you send anything, this is what we learn. It has to be so elegant. By looking at that one, what a great writing, what a great presentation they should feel. And this is what. So juxtaposition correctly. Why Acharya is important means give the credit to your boss. Only through the boss you are working. Don't say I did all of them. In a PhD thesis, you may be first. At the end, your professor's name would be there. We need to give credit for them. Otherwise, unless you allocate the budget, you cannot work anything. Okay. So those things we are learning from this one. Give the credit to Acharya and tell about yourself also. So we'll continue on this sloga and more on the communication skills in the next class. We'll stop here. Kavidharkiga Simmaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimade Venkadesaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha Srimade Nigamanta Mahadeshigaya Namaha.
Dasan Swami, Dhanyasmi. It was very, very beautiful. And it's just amazing, mind-blowing. Introduction. I was watching people, everybody is just glued, not only in the Zoom, there are people on YouTube are glued, and on Facebook, I don't know how many, but all of them are glued. And Ninga Ketel ever time I don't think people even wanted to see that. Very good. Thank you. One question time.
I didn't stop the video so people can freely ask questions.
Right. Yeah, I've got what I'm doing is right now I'm taking questions and I'm going to ask those questions on their behalf so that we look at the time also, Atika.
Sure.
So a couple of questions are there, and then next time onwards we'll have some more questions more freely as that. We can. I think the video should be on for everyone as well. If everybody can come on video also, that will be nice. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so the first question is from a teenager, Diya Raman our pere. Ninga Patrikalinga vandana, Aruna or the daughter, Aruna and Raman or daughter. She's asking if there are tens and thousands of universes, has Ramayana and other Itihas and Puranas and Vedas, do they exist there too? Is any avatar happening now? There, in those.
Very good. Let me answer in less than 2 minutes. Maitreya asked Parasara Maharishi, how many universes are there? Andantu, Sagasrani, Kodi, Sadani Chat. Andantu, Sagasrani, 1,000, Kodi, crores and crores of hundreds. Thousands of crores of hundreds. That means basically it says it's like infinite. Okay. So there are 2 dimensions we have to talk here. We have 3 states here. Sarvadesa, Sarvakala, Sarvavastai. Sarvadesa, all the different desam. So when you are looking at the universe, so many universes are there. When Ramavadaram is happening in this universe, Krishnavadaram in some other universe, Vamanavadaram in some other universe happening simultaneously. And then on the time span, when you look at that one, how many times this is repeated? Okay. Rama, in Ramayana we will see, in one place, Rama will say, don't believe Buddha. Buddha is a Thirudan. Buddha is a Thirudan. That's what Rama says. Exactly he says, don't believe in Buddha. In fact, in Sri Vishnu Sahasranamam, there are 4 slokas we tell about Buddha. I don't know whether we started with Vishnu Sahasranamam, we didn't do. We tell about that one. So, how Rama would know about Buddha? Buddha Avataram came only after Rama. Somebody says. These are repeated again and again. So, horizontally in the desam it is done. Vertically on the time it is done. Okay. And Sarva Avasthai means what state we are in. We may be a worm, or we may be hidden in a wood, or we may be a human or a deva. We may see, we may not see. Okay, all those avatarams. So that is why in all the 3 dimensions, Desa, Kala, Avasthai, Bhagavan makes you to understand the avataram. We may not comprehend all of them today, but we have gone through all of them. Okay, that is why we are here. Okay. If you are in moksham, you can look down, you know everything. But we don't understand anything even before what we are born, after our death, we don't know any of them. That's the greatest puzzle human having. What did you do before you were born? Where are you? Where are you coming from? This man is talking, tomorrow is dead. Where is he going? Nobody knows. Only Shastras we are explaining through that one. So the Shastras says, Andantu, Sagasrani, Kodi, Sadaniche, all of them. So many avatarams simultaneously. I'll give you a story on the next class for that one. That takes a little while, but that's the brief answer. Yeah, Adiyan.
Adiyan, I think it was very nice explanation, and I'm sure Diya would enjoy this explanation as well. So the next question, and I think this has come from someone who is in a leadership role as well. And they're asking, Ninga Chonnal, okay, do the right thing, which is great. So she is saying in the Treta Yuga, everybody was in Sattva mode and mode. So that was okay. But in Kali Yuga, how can we adhere to this type of management principle, especially when people are not really Sattva Guna? They don't have that many. So how do you do that?
Very, very good question. We see, this is what people were asking. We do prabhati, and we are all prabhannas. We want to be uttama prabhanna. When you're uttama prabhanna means be nice to everybody. That doesn't mean go to the Harlem. There, somebody's going to mug you. There are certain places what we have to do. Our Acharya has shown that one. Look at Bhagavath Ramanuja. So the Kirmiganta Sodan, he is going to kill Ramanuja and everything. What he did, he gave up all the saffron robe, put the white vastram and ran away. He did that one because there are certain places we have to do. But he did not do anything wrong. He did not lie. He did not. So one of the things, if there is a place where you cannot do the right thing, dodge the situation. Okay. See, this is a common example I asked. Again, telling for people who are prabhannas, when they go to the play, all mixed temple and everything, we tell in the lab, Life After Prabhati lectures, when they give the prasadam from Idara Devadas, what do you do? The prasadam you cannot refuse. It doesn't matter which Devada. You don't have to use that one. Okay? So somebody gives a McDonald's coupon. I don't eat, get it and give it to somebody. Somebody can use it. So what you should do is, at that time, try to dodge in a way. Don't stand there when they do the vinyogam. Then only you get the problem. So certain places you have to find out how to go out of that one. Certain places, very good question. One of the person asked, the first week I went into the office, very high executive position. I have to fire somebody. How do I take that one? I asked him, let's assume if you are not there, the person who was filling the job before you, if he was there, what he would have done or she would have done? They would have fired. Then there's no problem. You don't have any personal vengeance. Okay? This is the same even to the family. If your wife has done something wrong or your husband has done something wrong, if they are prabhanna, you have to do the kandikardi. You are doing the warning. You are condoning only the action. Don't bring 10 years back. Oh, your mother did like this. 10 years. Don't bring all of them. You cannot bring them. That's wrong. Okay? Only the action we have to do. So in the office situation also, if that is something you have put that one, you have to fire, you have to do something. That is what you have to do. Because you are here, very difficult in the office situation, I tell you, you are getting salary from somebody, you have to be loyal to them. But you want to be a people person. You cannot be both. Okay? So the boss always wants to squeeze the people. The people always want to take it easy. This is with the doctors also. When you look at the doctors, in the medicine, people study in the MD, when you go for a physical exam, 180 tests you have to do. But when in practice, no, we don't have time. Do 5 and go. That is not fair. They failed me. I didn't do 180. I did only 170. That's in the school, academic, not in applied. Okay? So it's a profit oriented. Somewhere you have to figure it out. How do you do in that one? Certain places you cannot tolerate. So you have to be conscious to your mind. Maybe this is not correct. I cannot do a fair job. The boss asks me to do something. They give money, but I cannot do. This is like a contract. I give a contract. You go and kill him. I give this money. You cannot execute. That's not a contract. That's the business law. First day they teach you. Certain contracts are not enforceable. Okay? So when you look at that one, the boss asks you to do something you cannot do. This is common. When they gives the money, promotion, everything, boss comes and tells everything to the people. When he has to fire something, he tells you, you go and do it. That is natural. All the places we see this one. But somewhere or other, do the right thing means your conscience. Ask yourself, is there anything better I can do? I tell the kids, I don't expect A or 100%. You tell me, I tried my best. That's all I can do. I'm not asking you to 10 feet to jump. Whatever possible you do, Dad, I tried my best. That's all I can do. Similarly, you tell in your office, that's the best I can do. Sometimes it works. Most of the time it works. Sometimes it may not. It is we look in some of them, the conflict management and everything. When you look at that one, you're put in a very difficult spot. Very, very difficult spot. See, the Agni Pradesh, when he does that one, Sita goes into the Agni. There is a reason why she does that one. To give a lesson, Bhagavad Anubhavam, what is going to be a problem. So amazing things are there. We don't look at all of them. So you have to be good only to your conscience. At the end, your office will go, your house will go, your money will go. Like Dharmaputra, when he goes finally, only the dog goes with him. What is this dog? Your dharma, what you did. That will not go. How many years it's passed, it will come with you. Because we believe in reincarnation. We believe in punyam and pavam. Because you sleep today, tomorrow morning you get up, all your mortgages are gone. No, it's still there, your liability. Similarly, next Janma, it will be there. Okay. So it is a very difficult situation. We cannot generalize, but act as conscious as possible. You can talk to some of the close people. Many times I don't want to tell people or any name or anything. Many times people want to know, I want to know your opinion. What do you think? So they tell certain things. So it's only a second-hand knowledge. I didn't see that one. Based on what you tell, this is what I think. So talk to your wife, talk to your husband, and talk to anybody who's a close friend. What do you think of that? The closest to people. That is what Rama did. He's sitting and listening to them. All of them are interested in the welfare of me. I ignore them and I go and overrule them? No. Listen to them first. So borrow some time. Listen to them. And take some time because your mind may not be the same. Okay? Remember in the automobile, you go there. Oh, I like the car, but I'll come back, think about it, come back tomorrow. 98% of the people, they say they will never come back. So what do? Sir, I'll give you 5% off. Sir, I'll give you this. Somewhere or other, don't leave the customer, hold him on. Okay. So similar to that one, we have to see, get some time, talk to your people and everything, which you can have some kind of a confidence. They will trust, they will tell you good things for you. Then you do that. So, Adiyan.
Dasan, thank you. Dhanyasmi. That was very good explanation. So, I think we will stop here pretty soon, but we were talking about a cadence, right, for the series. Unga preference, another every other week would be good for you, or that way I can gather from others also, but we would like to know your preference first, and then we can decide what to do.
I think every other week looks good right now, but we cannot commit to too much because the pandemic is over, it's opened up. There are hundreds of weddings are coming.
Right.
Everybody is getting, and so many other functions are coming. So that forces Adiyan to go in some places and everything. So we cannot commit long time ahead, but let's say every other week at this point,
we can say that not next Saturday, but then the Saturday after that will be the next one. And the Mari Vechikla. Okay, so then we'll go that way with the understanding that we may change at various different places at the time.
Only thing I apologize for the time. I tried to be most of our Adiyan lecture tried to be 1 hour and 10 minutes, 1 hour and 10 minutes. I tried to be, but today being an introductory, it took a little long. I want to stop at a logical point, not at the time based. So next time onwards, we will be very punctual on that.
This was bhagya for us, for all of us listening. I've been getting comments already. So Dhanyos please, audience. I know it's too late for you also because உங்களுக்கு இப்ப 9:30 ஆயிடுது.
That's okay. Narayana.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you everyone for attending. We will see you all again pretty soon. Hare Narayana. Namo Narayana. Kritarki Kasimhaya Kalyan Gurushan Guruve Namaha.
Yes, Nadian.